This video is a continuation on the video I made about your phone being a quantum interface and the synthetic telepathy. And in this video, I'm going to explain the rollout of systems and networks that have been created in the last 2 decades to support this synthetic telepathy system. Now, nothing I'm about to tell you is speculation or theory. This is 100% fact. So to all the people that think this is crazy, ridiculous, it can't be true, don't judge those people. They're simply victims of the same thing that everyone has suffered. So the first stage of this rollout was Wi-Fi routers. Now, Wi-Fi routers have the ability to, and this has been studied recently in universities, where university students are doing these projects, but it's being perfected in black projects well before it's in the mainstream in universities now. But they use Wi-Fi routers to track biological information. They can use the signal of a Wi-Fi router to see how tall, high you are, what floor you're on, whereabouts you are, your real-time movements through a building through this Wi-Fi signal. Now, the next stage of this rollout was the 5G towers. These are multifaceted electromagnetic weapon systems. They're not just cellular carrier towers. They're multifaceted weapon systems. Now, understand this, that the amount of power and voltage that they run through these 5G towers is greatly more than they need for it to operate as a cellular tower. So that gives you your first clue to the fact that these things are multifaceted systems. The second one, obviously, is they really aren't used for 5G. Like, your phone rarely operates on 5G, and when it does, it's really not that much more efficient and faster than 4G network. Now, the reason that is because most of its capacity is being used to blanket the surrounding area in 5G radiation in order to interface with this network. Now, when I say network, I mean the Internet of Bodies, the synthetic telepathy network, not the cellular network. As well as the towers going up, you had smart meters going onto everyone's homes. Not only that, but from 2020 onwards, they were also rolling out new street lights. This was in the UK, in the US, in Australia, everywhere. They were rolling out these new type of street lights, and you had many people that were installing these that had busted them open and said, what the hell is this? This technology is not just for street lights. And what they're used for, like the 5G towers, they're used to scan the biosensors in people's bodies. So these streetlights acted more as scanning tools, and the main 5G towers acts more of a general blanket to transmit and receive targeted individuals or targeted areas of a populated city or town or region. So they kind of do the same thing, but the streetlights were implemented to take stress off the system of the 5G networks, the capacity that system uses to direct electromagnetic energies at people, individuals, to interface with them, to implement voice-to-skull technology, which is, again, no secret, and to also implement new realities, new perceptions of the world. So I'll get into that more as this video continues. So all the biosensors that are in people's body, like I explained in previous videos, were put in there through major food companies, major fast food chains. Like I mentioned in other videos, Pepsi, Coke has nanotechnology in it. Spraying from the sky, DARPA developed smart dust. Now, not everything you see spraying in the sky is this DARPA smart dust. Some of it is genuinely geoengineering spraying. It's relatively harmless, but that's the kicker to it. That in between all that, they have this smart dust being sprayed, which has been discovered, it's been found, it's known, it's been around for years. Now, the next stage of this rollout was 2020. That was the jabs, the worldwide coercion of everyone to take this because you're going to die without it. Now, again, this gets a little complex. So what they injected into people in that jab wasn't just these nanochips, these technologies. When people were injected, they had a jab, they were given an IP address, and this is provable. You can take scanners and you can pick up individuals' IP addresses, the spot where they injected, magnetic. And I mean, many people have done this. You can go to a lone country road with no houses around, nothing around at all, and you can have your scanning device, and as a car drives past, you can pick up their IP address, and then it disappears. And it's not the car radio's IP address, etc., etc. No, that their IP address. This has been proven. Now, another thing within these jabs, within the mixture of it, was a compound called lucifate. Now, lucifate is a naturally occurring bioluminescent compound, which you find in animals and things that have bioluminescence in nature. Now, this was used to help interface with these streetlights, these scanning tools. Now, the nanotech in these jabs in 2020 and beyond, that they are self-building, self-replicating systems. So they draw minerals and nutrients out of the body and then build this biologically based network within individuals. Now, a lot of people had reactions to that, and you can see this from the vast amount of deaths that were directly related to these jabs in the last 5 years. And go talk to your local mortician. Every single mortician since in the last 5 years has been saying we've been finding these crazy looking organically built strand things within people's blood vessels, within their bodies. We don't know what it is. We don't know where it come from. It's crazy. And the thing is that many people after these are reporting cases of Morgellons. They actually have physical sores all over their body where fibrous strands grow from. And this is a bad reaction to this biological process they were trying to get done within the body to interface with this network. Now, if you look up Morgellons disease, you see Big Pharma gaslighting at its finest. They'll say it's a delusional parasito-based disease, which essentially, in their words, means no, even though it's physically happening to you, there's nothing wrong because you're just crazy. You're parasitically delusional. Even though you can go talk to any mortician and they'll tell you they've been pulling this stuff out of people's bodies for the last 5 years. Now, all this stuff together, all the 5G towers and all these biosensors and this network together is the 6G network. It's the Internet of Bodies. So the applications that this network has, like I mentioned before, there's voice-to-skull technology, which has existed for decades before now anyway within government projects. It's really no secret if you do just a slight bit of research. That technology has existed for a long time. So basically they can beam the voices into your own head. Now, another application, like I explained before, is electromagnetic weapons systems targeting. Everyone has the biosensors in the body. Everyone has their unique signature that comes from their DNA, their electromagnetic signature. So this is how they target individuals. And they can send these electromagnetic pulses coded with information to target that individual in whatever way they please. They can try to give them a heart attack. They can cause them whatever health problems that aligns to that individual that will say, oh, okay, that person had a health problem already. It just got worse, you know? Now, the other main application that this network has is just a general perception of reality. It programs within the blanket of 5G, within this radius, it programs dispositions of thought and behavior to see the reality, to see the world in a certain way. So you react to world events a certain way, so you don't question things too much, etc., that sort of thing. Why do you think there's been this huge jump in the Mandela effect in the last 5 years? Why do you think there's been this huge upcoming of quantum jumping, timeline shifting? No, you're not timeline shifting, you're not quantum jumping. It's not a Mandela effect. It is literally a reprogramming of the mind, that you perceive the world differently. I remember it differently to you because you've been programmed with a new reality. You've been reset back into your loop. And people look out and say, oh, it's the Mandela effect, blah, blah, blah. It's all this quantum stuff happening in timelines and different dimensions, etc. No, they love you to think that, because that's really not what it is. And this is also why you've seen so many glitches in the matrix rise as well. This is the manipulation of perception of your reality clashing with another perception of reality within this network. That's when you see a glitch in the matrix. And they can also use this network to implement gang stalking, where just random strangers always get in your way, and there's just always stuff going wrong with strangers in your reality. It's because these people are subtly programmed to get in your way, to cause you trouble. It's not that they realise they're doing it, they've just been subtly programmed by this synthetic telepathy network. So I hope people can sort of start to understand what's happening here. I've just given you a hugely complex amount of information in a short 10-minute video. So I'll make more to explain this stuff. This video is